The Knicks managed to beat the Sixers again, in spite of another spectacularly cold shooting night from Jalen Brunson, who did finally luck in a late soft bounce three, but the Knicks just wanted this game more than the Sixers. How about Isaiah Hartenstein's game-saving offensive rebound over Joel Embiid and the kick out for what became the go-ahead DiVincenzo three with 13 seconds left? Maybe these Knicks are meant to be. So, Paul, how did you see this finish?
I really saw this as who wanted it more, like you said, Skip.
Yeah.
I mean, the physicality is really getting into the Philadelphia Sixers. I mean, I thought, you know, when I look at the Philly identity, you know, I envision them as a physical team, a tough defensive, grinded-out team. But it's like the Knicks took that to the next level. I mean, every possession, if you watch, they're up on the Philadelphia 76ers, not giving them any space. They got every offensive rebound. They showed they're tougher, and they got behind their crowd last night, which the atmosphere in the Garden is amazing. I've always loved playing at the New York Garden. But the one player who I thought can calm them down, the one player who I thought wouldn't make the mistakes, he did everything to help them lose the game, Kyle Lowry. You know, he missed the free throw, which, you know, you expect a veteran who's won a championship to make that free throw. And then he makes the turnover down the stretch. You know, as a poised veteran, that's a point where you're supposed to know you have a timeout down the stretch. You don't panic. And there's two occasions where I saw Maxey they just ripped the ball out of his hands.
They did.
At the end and in the middle of the game where the young player that came off the bench, the shooter,
McBride?
McBride. Deuce McBride just snatched the ball from Maxey.
He did.
And right there, I was just like, I'm just watching this game, and from the eye test, I'm like, they're just tougher than them. DiVincenzo, he comes in, he gets all up in their face, knocks down three. Bogdanovich comes in, hits crucial threes.
He did.
I mean, how do you win when Jalen Brunson is... You're doing everything right on Jalen Brunson. The guy showed he's a superstar this year. You're holding him to a low percentage shooting. He's not putting up big numbers. Josh Hart comes in, and he's the heart and soul. He has a big first half. You shut him down in the second half. And it just comes down to the role players. They just showed me they're tougher than the Philadelphia 76ers. And Embiid, he just seems like he can't rebound when they need it most. He can't move out there. I mean, he's getting his numbers because he's so talented, and the way he can shoot the ball, the way he at free throw line doesn't need dribbles or in the post. But he's laboring out there, and you can see it. And it's hurt the Philadelphia 76ers defensively, because when I see them put him in pick and roll or they need a key rebound, he's not able to get there. And so I don't know how the knee gets any better in the next few days. And going back to Philly, maybe that'll give you some more energy. Maybe New York Knicks fed off their crowd because of their intensity. But New York just looked like a better coached team. They look like the more physical team, and they look like the tougher team to me.
They certainly are more scrappy, I would call it. I'm not going to say that they're tougher. When you look outside of Jalen Brunson, from just a pure talent, all-star standpoint, the rest of those guys, when he's been off in these two games, he's shooting 29% from the field, 17% from three.
Think about that.
I can shoot 17% from three.
Seriously.
That's what I'm saying.
And so here's a guy.
But think about 29% from the field. He's 16 for 55.
Yeah.
And they won two games?
And they won
What?
Games. That's just
because everybody else, from a role-playing standpoint, as we talk about these other teams
that is correct,
that superstars struggle, all of a sudden everybody else comes to the party. Whether it's DiVincenzo coming to the party, where all of a sudden Josh Hart looks like the Lakers should have never got rid of him, comes to the party. I mean, that's just something that happens. And then you factor in Embiid not being himself, right? That injury is certainly playing something in his mind, because you can tell based on how he gets up and down the floor. He's limping at times. When they get him caught in situations, he doesn't try to defend. He doesn't jump for the rebounds. He just wants them to. He's like doing the Joker thing right now, waiting for it to come off, carry him off the rim, so now I can follow it.
That's a good point.
Then when you talk about the end of the game, there's a couple things that come to mind for me. One, you call a timeout. After a few seconds, you realize I can't inbound the ball. I need to call a timeout. Not only do I need to call a timeout.
Kyle Lowry's got the ball in his hands. He could call
timeout.
Yeah, Nick Nurse said he was trying.
Not only that, my bench sees that I'm in trouble. I need my coach to run out on the floor and call a timeout.
Right.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
Now
he tried to call time after the ball was loose on the floor after it got inbounded to.
Yes, but that's too late. At that point,
Yeah.
now I inball the ball to Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
He falls down. Now I need him to just roll over, squeeze it, and scream it, squeeze it and call timeout.
For sure, you can't lose the basketball. You just can't.
A lot happens in pressure situations.
It does.
People panic. And when you panic, nothing good ever happens in those situations.
Nothing
if you
good.
look at this video right here, there's two coaches. It's Nick Nurse, and then there's another coach, both trying to call timeout simultaneously at the same time. But because Tyrese didn't possess the ball, they're not going to give it to him.
They're not going to give it to him.
And that's how they lost that game.
Yeah.
Heartbreakers.
Josh Hart is he's the difference in this series. I'm telling you. I mean, I look up and the smallest guy on the court, one of the smallest guys on the court is averaging 12, 13 rebounds a night.
He is.
I mean, he had 15 rebounds. He had 15 rebounds. How does this guy get 15 rebounds?
He's averaging 14
He's averaging 14 rebounds a night.
Okay.
He's the leading
And he's
rebound for the
on
series.
the defensive end, though.
He's getting offensive rebounds, though. He's getting 4 offensive rebounds, too.
Yeah,
He's leading in that category.
All right.
I mean, they're just a tougher team.
I'm going to amplify Key's point. I love Joel Embiid. Have from the start. Have when he was at Kansas. Pushed him for 2 straight years to be MVP, and he finally broke through last year and won it. But I can't defend what I'm seeing right now. In the fourth quarter, he played all 12 minutes, and he got 0 rebounds.
0.
Hey, you're 7-1 or whatever he is. You can just stand there and get 1, can't you? I might get 1 on a loose ball or somewhere.
That knee's bothering him.
Okay, it is bothering him, and a couple times he went to the bench in his rest moments, and he sat, and he had them massage his knee and made a big issue out of it. Okay. I don't weigh 300 pounds, but I've had that same surgery 3 times on medial meniscus. You've had it once, right? Have you had knee?
No, I've had it twice.
Twice. Okay, so you've had it twice. I've had it 3 times. Trust me, massage doesn't do it any good at all. You just don't massage it, and it's for show. It's like he wants everybody to know, what's the trainer, come over here and massage my knee. I want everybody to know my knee's bothering me.
I don't know if it's that, but
well, that's how it comes across to me. Like, come on, Joel, just play. If you're going to show up, just play. Don't drag around. If you can't go, you can't go. Let
somebody else go.
Let somebody just play small. And yet, in the fourth quarter, he took 3 threes. One of them was desperation at the buzzer, but he missed all 3. And for the series now, he's been terrible from 3, and he's taken way too many because he's now 4 of 17 in the 2 games from 3. Well, that's way too many. That's 13 missed threes.
Well, if you go back and you look at game 1, those threes that he mainly was taking was in the second half. Once he got hurt, he was afraid to go. He just couldn't get to the rim.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No.
All right. So Knicks just want it worse. They want it more. And if we could look at the last sequence again, Isaiah Hartenstein has no business playing Joel Embiid like this and having success against him. And Joel just stood there. If Joel gets up and gets the defensive rebound, I don't think we're having this conversation.
No.
But
couldn't move.
Yeah.
He just couldn't move. Isaiah's just out there just
scrapping. Just scrapping.
But this is who the Knicks are.
Where are you, Joel? You can't. You just can't.
He didn't come to the ball. Maxey is the only one coming to the ball. See, this is the organization right here. Look, if you look, Skip, they take the ball out. Maxey's just running around trying to get open while the other guys are just...
Joel, ball. You just got to go get it. It's yours.
He can't move, Skip, man.
I know he just can't move at all.
He can't.
And listen, Paul knows this as well as anybody. I love guys who have the guts to take a second 3 after they've missed one, because it's not that... It's not fun, man, because you know,
out on the island.
Hey, you're by yourself, and they kick the ball back to you, and you just missed one.
Yeah, but he gonna knock that down. As soon as he got it the second time, I knew he was gonna knock it down. It's like a field goal kicker. When you try to ice him, he kicks it, he misses. That's the worst thing you can do.
But I've seen those shots missed a second and a third time. I've seen them miss
but
before.
That's with bad shooters.
Okay, but
he's not a bad shooter.
He's not a bad shooter.
No, he's not a bad shooter.
Another Philadelphia kid, and they got some tough kids. So all of a sudden, I look up, and Tyrese has the ball going the other way, and Hartenstein is trailing him. If we could see this play, because Tyrese is shooting to win the game when he takes the ball to the bucket. So he takes it up, and Hartenstein, they didn't give him a block, and I don't know that he got fingertips on the ball. I don't think he.
No, he did. He blocked it.
They gave him a block.
For sure blocked it.
They gave him a block.
100%.
They did not give him a block.
They didn't give him a block on this? He ended with 3 blocks on the night.
Okay, he didn't get one on that play because I looked on the play-by-play. They did not give it to him.
He for sure blocked it.
Boom.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess he did. I guess he
he
did.
blocked that.
Absolutely.
Okay, well then, that's a game saver, okay? By Isaiah Hartenstein. He did it again, right?
Offensive rebound and a block at the end.
Okay.
That's just taking on the personality of their coach. This is who Tibbs is. This is who Tibbs was when he was our defensive coordinator here in Boston.
Yeah.
And now he's
was
bringing
he
this.
on the championship?
Yeah, he was on our championship.
Yeah.
He was our defensive coach. This is just the mentality he brings to New York, and you can see how it feeds into the players. This is who he's been in Chicago. And this is who he is in the Knicks. I think he gets a bunch of players that fits his personality.
Yeah.
And they play hard, and they're going to grind it out, and they're going to give you everything they got. He plays Josh Hart 48 minutes a night. I mean, what did he play? He played 48 again tonight. He hasn't come out the game. Tibbs will run you into the ground. I will tell you that. But
so what did he bring to your championship team? How long did it take for you guys to buy into what he was selling?
No, he's a coach that demands respect. And you know, out the gate, you know how many days I watched him and Kevin Garnett argue? Because Kevin Garnett is a strong personality guy, and so is Tibbs.
Yeah.
And when I seen Tibbs not back
so
down
Tibbs
to him,
is another one who did not play. So, right? He didn't bring any cachet. Doc played. Doc was pretty good.
But Tibbs demanded respect.
Okay.
And he brought his personality, and it flowed through our team because he was a defensive guy. He was a hard-nosed, hard-hat guy. And it flowed into our team. And that's what you see from the Knicks. They're taking on his personality. And most teams do that. Most teams, when you got a good coach that you respect, you take on the personality of either your coach or your best player. And you can see that with the New York Knicks. They're a hard-wearing hat team that just...
So did KG buy into Tibbs after a while?
Absolutely, he bought into him, and that's why they fit so well. And that's the year that KG won his first Defensive Player of the Year award.
I forgot about that.
He won Defensive Player of the Year because of Tibbs.
What would Tibbs try to teach that KG didn't buy?
They bumped heads on a lot of coverages because KG knew things. He was one of the best, most intelligent defenders, but Tibbs knew a lot too.